Firefly here. So today's candidate for our new custom that'll be going in our Kombi shelf is the Moon Eyes Kombi. This is a international card. We got a couple of these, so this is a perfect candidate. So he's got the international numbers, a little bit different. It should be like in the B case, but anyway. So let's alright. Hate to lose the Moon Eyes, but you know what? It's gotta be done. So we're I don't know, my favorite color is red, but I think that's where we're leaning towards, is painting this one red. And this will be the first one for the shelf. So I got my drill, and we're gonna drill this bad boy out and see what we can get painted in here and see what we can do with this thing. All right. All right, not bad. Come on. There you go. Come on, glass. There it goes. So, yeah, like I said, I hate to lose the Moon Eyes, but yeah, that's the way it goes. We'll paint the headlights, paint the VW symbol, put some taillights on there, leave the glass alone. Probably just gonna leave this alone also. Just, it's brown, so that's cool. And truthfully, I kind of like the wheels, so we may just leave the wheels. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to leave this, just leave it the way it is, or paint it silver. So I may paint it silver, but like the wheelie bars, wheelie bar, I might just leave that black. So yeah, I think we will take the wheels off, paint the frame silver. So red and silver, that'll look all right. So, all right, let's get this thing in some stripper. All right, so we got our Kombi here out of the stripper. Kind of give it a little scrub down. Water with the good old wire brush. Still got a little bit of residue inside here. We got to clean up still. But yeah, I just used the brush and just go to town. You don't want no debris left behind, because that paint will just immediately bubble up. You can give it like a good cleaner, but you could. But if you scrub it enough, you'll be fine. So all those little crevices inside there. So we're gonna go ahead and paint this thing red. And back here, like with a little bit of detail with the surfboards or surfboard, whatever, paint those like white, and chrome up the engine. I think I'm just gonna leave the interior the way it is, with the brown with the red. It'll look pretty good. Come on, get in there. You don't want to get in there. There we go. So, I think it'll look really good with the red in there. But, this will just look kind of funky. So, I think that's like a bench or something back there. So, we'll leave that alone. And just give it a quick paint. I'm going to scrub this thing down, because you don't want no fingerprints or anything left in here, because then you'll end up having to scrub it down, sand it down, and paint it again. So, yeah. So let's get it on down, give it good paint. Just the first light coat. I usually don't go crazy. But, this is what this is the stripper I use. You find it at Walmart and stuff. Don't play around. It says 2 minutes. Usually I'll soak it in brush it on and let it sit there for a little bit. You know, maybe an hour or so. Then I got like a little canister here, and I'll just, you know, drown it in that for, you know, a couple hours. You know, and then I'd say probably a good 5 hours on the stripper. You know, and give it a good scrub and scrape, and just make sure you're good. And this is the kind of paint I use. You know, paint and primer. I've never had a problem with this paint, and you know, it looks good. You know, plastic, metal, wood, all that good jazz. So we'll let this dry for a little bit, and we'll give it probably one more heavy coat. We'll give it, like, this is like a lighter coat, and we'll throw a heavy coat on there. All right, so we painted up the back of the Kombi, the engine. I guess it was like a little bench or something, I don't know, on the surfboards. And I ended up leaving it black, you know. Painted the exhaust like a silver chrome, and here it is. This thing came out pretty dang good, man. I was gonna paint like this part, like all the way across and to the front, like silver, but I was like, and I tried to paint the VW emblem, but it just blended all in together, so just wiped it off and just left it the way it was. But you know, painted up the lock here, the door handles, you know, the turn signals and headlights, door handle in the I was gonna say it's the fuel cap, but I'm not sure if that's that actually or not, but pretty good. Came out really good. I painted up the taillights also. So let's get this thing back together, and we'll get it put on the shelf. Don't get me wrong, this Moon Eyes Kombi is pretty sweet looking, but if they would have put a little bit more detail on it, you know, they probably just left it alone and put it on the shelf. But man, I wish there was a way to keep the moon eyes on there. This thing would have came out even better. Even better. Here's the finished product. A little bit of detail up front. Just nice and simple. Left the tires, you know, just a little bit of detail. That's all I needed, you know. Painted the boards, painted the engine, put it all back together. Let's put it on the shelf. Well, here it is, a finished product. We're gonna go ahead and put this on the shelf, and we just made a new shelf just for this. Well, this is the first one, and we'll put it up here. That'll be for all the Kombis, so pretty cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Until our next Kombi, Firefly signing out.